Air pollution is the greatest risk we can talk about today. Air pollution decreasing can decrease a lot of diseases like lung diseases, chronic diseases, even the heart strokes. Who has stated that air pollution, if decreases, can decrease the cause of heart rates, but increases can go into severe conditions? Today we have Dr. Nair with us, who's going to burst the myth about the pollution. So when we start talking about the pollution, doctor, during the pollution, especially in Delhi, if we talk about Delhi, I think pollution increases not even the chronic diseases, but the heart rate, like a lot of diseases also. But what harm does it give to your health overall, not just only lungs?
So pollution will affect each and every part of your body, right from head to toe. So it's a misconception if something which only affects the lungs. No. It, of course, lungs, because it's directly involved, it is the first organ to be involved. But still, right from, like I said, the watering of the eye, the watering of the ear, the burning sensation in the throat, and then pollutant going into the lungs, causing all various problems in the lungs, and then that pollutant getting absorbed and going to from the blood going to all parts of the body. So we have a direct cardiac effect, we have a dizziness, headache, lack of concentration because it's affecting the brain, then it's affecting the adrenal, the kidneys, all parts are affected with the pollution.
So pollution increases. So I think risk of getting more asthmatic patients or somebody who's already dealing with asthma, how does that affect them, and how does asthma normally works, like into the people who have asthma?
So when the patients are asthmatic, the asthmatics are not as bad as COPD because they have got an in-between improvement also. It's a reversible disease, it's not a permanent bad lungs. Sometimes patients are absolutely asymptomatic, they don't have any problem. But asthma can, if they take the inhalers properly, most of the asthmatic do pretty well. However, when the pollution is there or some viral infection is there, then there is an attack of asthma, it's an acute exacerbation, and when they require a higher dose of medication. So we always tell our patient that whenever you are an asthmatic, please, even if you don't have problem, please keep on taking the medication, because the medicine which we are giving it to you is not only treating you, it's preventing you to go for the worse problems.
Okay, so when pollution increases, while breathing in, what kind of chemicals are we taking in which are actually, like हमको बहुत ज़्यादा, जैसे कि अभी स्मोक हो रहा है, so cough हो रहा है, and sneezing, cough, and I think what is the basic symptoms? अभी जब से स्पेशली दिल्ली में अभी 1-2 महीने से पड़ा है, लोगों को इतना ज़्यादा कफ हो रहा है, and I think sometimes people get viral also. So what kind of chemicals are we taking while breathing?
So when we are breathing, there's a lot of toxic gases which comes, the nitrous, nitric oxide, sulfur oxide, carbon monoxide, carbon. So these are the all toxic gases which we inhale, especially when there is a vehicular pollution, which is full of it. Then other thing which we commonly talk about is the PM2.5. That is basically the smaller pollutant whose size is less than 2.5 microns. So why we talk about so much of 2.5 microns? Because that is the size of the particle which can be inhaled and it can directly enter the your lungs. So when these enter your lungs, they can enter into the various part of the body and then they can cause more harm. So PM2.5 is one of the biggest threat pollution to us.
So when we talk about pollution, we have 3 kind of categories. Younger category, the children we are talking about, then middle-aged people, and then we have elderly people. And I think middle-aged people आराम से थोड़ा sustain कर जाते हैं because of I think strong lung power or a strong health. But then in the younger people and elder people, they both have kind of the same level of health. So how does they affect more to them rather than being proper healthy and a middle-aged person?
So each and every age group is affected. It's not that only the extremes of age is affected, but in extremes of ages we have a low immunity. We have a less barrier to fight with the pollution. The younger children hardly have any barrier to the pollutant which they are exposed to it. Even the elderly, they have already run out of that immunity which they were having it about few years back. So they are also more prone to get affected by the pollution, but of course middle age are also equally affected and get equally problematic. Moreover, the elderly might have some other disease also, or a heart disease or some kidney disease or some other problem, and when they get affected by pollution, their disease get aggravated. Younger ones are yet to make that, the immunity, and we are exposing them to the pollutant, so they also get very bad hit by it.
So when we talk about COPD and pollution, how does they go parallelly with each other?
So COPD is actually a man-made disease. It's basically you have bought this disease. Unlike asthma is inherited, that I am asthmatic or my parents were there, so I'm more prone to it. That's okay. But COPD is, because you're exposed to the toxic gases, you were smoking, you were going for chula smoking, you were going to inhale the toxic gases, you were having vehicular pollution, you were exposed to that, not going for sharing basis, you were going for one vehicle, one person. I think this is the high time when we start doing it. Carpooling or a vehicle pooling should be done, because vehicles are one of the most dreaded pollutant. Then so many construction going on who are not taking proper precautions of covering it and doing it, they can also cause a lot of pollution, and they all cause COPD and many other diseases. And COPD is because of the pollution or whatever the harmful effects have been done by the outside pollutants.
So when we talk about pollution, so Delhi में या फिर all over world बहुत सारा pollution है, and if we talk about specific states, and there are a lot of other states. Right now let's talk about Delhi. So अभी Delhi में जैसे जैसे ठंड आती रहती है वैसे वैसे pollution भी बढ़ता रहता है, and I think especially in the majorly areas of post Diwali till I think January आपको पता ही नहीं लगता 80% time either this is a cold fog or it is a smog. आप वो mix होकर पूरा smog बन जाता है. People think it's a dense fog, but it mixes with smoke. So I think अभी बारिश की वजह से सारा smoke हट गया था. Again it started after Diwali. So what kind of the preservative measures a person can take? क्योंकि अभी we cannot do everything about the environment, but we can do it for ourselves. What are the preservative measures everybody is traveling every day, or at the home also they can do? And how do you think like a purifier, air purifier घर पे होता है? Does it actually helps in offices and the home?
Yeah. So when we talk about what all measures we can do it, I think like they said, charity begins at home. Let's start right from our home itself. Like I just want to repeat again that why not go for carpooling? Why going to same place and 4 people going 4 different cars? Why? In case we can't do that, at least use the public transport, which is less pollutant, because they are all for you. Then even burning of incense sticks or burning of woods for the heat, and it's all these farmers burning the panali.
Yes,
it is really harming us. Why not give some farmers the tricks how to dispose of their धान, because which is not used. उनके लिए तो बड़ा आसान है कि burn कर दो. They don't understand how much pollution it is causing. Even when we are going outside, even we are not using our vehicles, but still outside road pollution is so much, and many of these uncovered the drains and everything, there's so much pollution, construction going on. So they are also causing a lot of pollution, where we should try to avoid it. So these are the things which we talk about how to do it from home. Second point which you asked about the purifier. Yes, purifier does work, but only for those who are confined to one room. If you and me are working outside, how much purifier will work on us? Because we are staying at home only during night, and we always outside. We can't carry a purifier out there. But even if those who stays at home, the purifier, I'm please requesting them, they have to keep 3-4 things in their mind before they buy a purifier. One, the purifier is meant for that particular area. So if 5x5 room a purifier you buy it, that might not be good for a 10x10 purifier. So if you take the same purifier to a bigger room, it will stop working if it's not meant for that. Number 2, it should be of a good quality, which actually does that what they say. There was a time when we used to have a UV ultraviolet purifier, which is no longer used because UV itself can cause the pollution. So now there are different ways the purifier works. Third thing, of course, when you are in a place where it's locked, then only purifier works. If your windows are open, doors are open, it will not work to that extent. So purifier, of course, you have to keep something in mind before you buy it.
So when we talk about mask also, so people say that आप mask पहन लेंगे, so it will be. How does mask work? Like, does it work during such a pollution, or is it just a waste? Does it contribute in any way?
So COVID has taught us few things. One is how to wear mask and what is the importance of wearing a mask. Because उससे पहले तो कोई mask डालता नहीं था. अगर हम pollution के लिए mask डालें तो normal mask काम नहीं करता है. Like I said, the PM 2.5, the smaller particle can easily pass through it. It's only N95 or N99 which can really
The
work.
one with the
with the with the smaller pores, they are the N95 we call it, or N99. The N95 because 95% of the pollution it रोक लेता है, इसलिए N95 वो आपके काफी pollution को रोक सकता है. But that again properly fitted, snugly fitted, and then you wear it. ऐसा नहीं कि loose जहाँ से loose है वहाँ से loose है. And I can show you n time so many people going outside who will be wearing a mask यहाँ लगाया होगा, यहाँ लगाया होगा. So वो mask का क्या फायदा है, ना? So if you wear it properly only then it will work. But of course it does stop some pollution to enter your body.
So when we talk about pollution, do you think government is taking any kind of measures? And government or the basic public, what all we can do to reduce a lot of pollution? Is government helping us in any way? Because I think December May, this is thing, odd and eve. Does it reduces the kind of pollution which is going on every day?
So with due respect to any government which comes, but I would like to ask governments, I have got no hard feelings, I know they are doing their best, but at the same time, why do we have pollution every year? लास्ट ईयर भी था तो इस साल भी है. इसका मतलब 2 साल से आपने अभी तक सोचा नहीं किया हो. कोई अचानक चीज आ जाए, जैसे कोविड अचानक आया तो वी वर नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इट. तो ठीक है, प्लान नहीं था, हमें मालूम नहीं था कैसे इन्फेक्शन आता है. पोल्यूशन तो हर साल आ रहा है, इसलिए कितने सालों से आ रहा है. पराली अभी भी बर्न हो रही है, चाहे वो पंजाब से आके, हरियाणा से आके, डेलियाइट्स आर एक्सपोज्ड टू इट एंड दे विल स्टार्ट ब्लेमिंग ईच अदर. बट वो तो जल तो नहीं है, क्यों नहीं उनको कुछ हम बताते हैं कि हाउ टू डिस्पोज ऑफ ऑल दिस थिंग्स. So I think we need I expect a lot of things extra for the government to be done. Of course, they are doing their best, whatever, to some extent, but I still think they can do even more to stop this pollution.
So thank you so much, Dr. Nair, for telling people and busting the myth about the pollution. I hope you guys we have helped you busting a lot of myths, and we have helped you how to preserve yourself and your family's health regarding the chest and anything that can cause pollution into your family. Either it can be a heart stroke or any kind of a respiratory problem. I hope we have helped you, and Dr. Nair might have helped you in some way, so that you guys can help you and your families and your friends by telling them that how it harms you. Thank you. Have a great day.